Is it a blip? That is what the Fraser Valley real estate market right now, the Greater Vancouver real estate market, the Canadian real estate market is trying to figure out right now. Is the recent surge that we're seeing in the marketplace a blip, or is this the beginning of the market starting to turn around from where it has sunk into its depths over the last few months? I'm going to discuss that in today's video, and we're going to make it quick because, like I say, activity is picking up for sure. And believe it or not, I don't have time to make a video this week because I got lots of business going on. Some of that is good, active business, getting deals done. Others is listing an extremely large amount of properties compared to where we have been. And I know other agents, all the ones I'm speaking to, are in the same boat as me. So if you want to stay up to date on the marketplace, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video to help me get it out to more people. And then I can update you on the marketplace. And if you are looking to do something in the marketplace right now, you can book a call with me using the link in the description below at a time that works best for you. Now, let's hop into what the market's doing. Since the election, since a couple weeks ago, we are seeing a pickup in business. Of course, there are more listings. There's like crazy amounts of listings. Areas like Wally Condos right now, there's records amount of listings on the market, and I can show you that. But after the last few months, and the stats have reported that sales are down upwards of like almost 25% year over year, and last year was below the 10-year average. So we're talking like really, really low amounts of sales happening for the last basically since January, since all year long. Last year, there was a lot of optimism in the market. The end of last year, October got busy, November got really busy, December was pretty good. And then, well, things changed. You had all the tariff talk, all the disruption going on with our own election. And now we are either coming out the other end of that, or we're just seeing a little bit of a blip in the spring market. But now let me show you why I'm optimistic the market's at least starting to stop going down for the next little bit. I mean, there's still chances that and high likelihood that prices will continue to go down over the next bit, but we are seeing, I guess, sales and listings returning to a much more normal or sustainable level than before. So let me show you what I mean by that. This is a message of the day that's put out by the real estate board where I work in the Fraser Valley. We're seeing that as of 6 working days or Friday of last week, you had 350 sales register so far in the month. The year before was 371. Not a great year, but those numbers are not that far off. So we have about, let's call it 20 less sales. Now, also in the exact same time period, you had about you had exactly 1,226 new listings come to the market. Last year, 25 less than that. So this goes to show me that sales are starting to pick up, which is good, and listings are starting to slow down because last month these numbers were completely reversed. Like they were compared from April to April, not April to May, but usually April's an extremely busy month, and this may have been the lowest, slowest month in my career for an April as long as I can remember. But we're seeing sales trending up even from April. And generally speaking, we don't find May to be busier than April. April is one of the busiest months in the year. And we are seeing a lower amount of listings coming to the marketplace. But that doesn't mean there's not already a lot on the marketplace. So things are starting to trend in a little bit better scenario if you are a seller. But I think that's going to mean the price declines slow down from here, not that they are going to stop. What's the reason for that? Well, when you search the active listings in the Fraser Valley marketplace right now, and now this is all listings. I'm going to show you a stat in a little bit that's not all listings, but this is all listings. We're almost at 9,300 listings. And I assume by the time this video comes out, we will be at 9,300 listings, which is a lot of listings on the marketplace. But when we go back and look at the stats, now this is only listings that are residential combined. So this doesn't necessarily include lots or leases or any sort of commercial properties. You will see that we are at 7,654 active listings on the market when the calendar turned over into May. This is like May 2010 numbers and slightly below 2008 numbers. So we are seeing this massive trend. Now, what I am noticing in the marketplace right now is if you go back in time, 10 years, if you haven't been licensed for 15 years, you have not seen a market like this one. Now, when we look at the overall HPI in the area, again, you're going to see this continuous kind of trending down. And that's because we have all of those listings hitting the market. Well, they're not hitting at as fast a pace, but now we've got this big glut of listings that were on the marketplace. So you're seeing this kind of steady trending down. There's a little ups and downs that you can see when we zoom in, but realistically, this is still, I mean, since July of 23, well, technically since March of 22, you're seeing this kind of down slide in the marketplace. And that can be as a result of, well, the overall downward trend in total sales. And I mean, that's definitely what we're seeing. So do I think we're out of the woods? I absolutely do not think we are out of the woods. I think we're going to continue to see downward pressure on pricing for the foreseeable future. The overall marketplace in the Fraser Valley is sitting at 10 months of supply, 10% consumption, meaning 1 out of every 10 homes is selling per month, meaning only the 10 out of 10 homes are selling, and anything less than a 10 out of 10 is sitting on the market and not selling and just adding to that inventory. But it is true. Agents like myself are listing a lot. We have a lot on the market. We are very busy. I'm doing a video like this one today, not edited at all, because I don't really have time to put out a better quality video. But it is very clear since the election has happened, we have received more offers on our listings. Our buyers are more willing to write offers on other people's listings. And more importantly, the sellers coming to market now are more realistic because they see what's going on. And the sellers that have been on the market since January and February, they're still holding on to those high prices from before. And they unfortunately are getting caught not selling and just adding to the inventory on the market. So if you're looking to sell in this type of market, it's looking like a relatively good time compared to the last 5 months, which have been very slow, but it's looking like an okay time. But I don't know how many times I can say this here on the channel. You cannot sell a 3 out of 10 right now. You cannot sell a 5 out of 10. You cannot sell a 7 out of 10 right now unless the price is a 10 out of 10. Only 10 out of 10s are selling. So if you have a house that needs a lot of work, you're going to sell it for less. If you need a lot of renovations, you're going to sell it for less. So it's actually a good time to put it in sweat equity. I'll give you an example of this right now. If you have something as simple as carpets to be changed for somewhere between $500 and $7,500 and another paint job for another $2,500, do that work. You're going to get that $10,000 back in your sale. But right now we are experiencing a little bit of activity. We're going to see how long this lasts, whether or not this carries into the summer, and if things start to come back a little bit and stop going down as fast as they were, or if we're going to continue to where we were in the past. And before I give away too much optimism here, because I do think we're doing okay at the moment, let me show you Wally Condos. So believe it or not, Wally Condos are picking up with sales. 74 of them sold this last month. And when we look at the HPI, you can obviously, again, it's trending down. So let's say we go back to a year ago. Maybe you had the average Wally condo at 487. Well, right now we're down $30,000, which is upwards of, well, I mean, it's nearing 10%. It's at least 6 or 7% down year over year and trending further. Why is that happening? Well, it's the amount of active listings on the marketplace. This is why I warned people about condos on the market in Wally, because I mean, sure, you had this, I don't even know what this was, if this was a bunch of pre-sales or something going on here. I actually think this might be a glitch in the system because that makes no sense at all. But look at the amount of inventory shooting up in Wally condos, 721. So that means only 1 out of every 10 condos is selling in that area right now, putting it in a really tough place in the marketplace if you are a condo investor and you need to get out now. So there you go. Some cautious optimism in the marketplace. Don't expect prices to come raging back. Let me know what you think down below in the comments about the current marketplace and if it's a good time to dip your toe into the water, get into the market before it inevitably takes off again in the future, whether or not that be 6 months, a year, or 4 years from now. Or if you think, of course, that everything's doom and gloom and prices are always going to go down. If that's the case and you need to sell your home, well, you had better book a call with me right now using the link in the description below at a time that works best for you. And well, I got to go because I got lots to do. I'll try and do a better video next week.